Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Heredity Rose report. Good old Ricardo Rodriguez. He's currently scheduled to be with Rob Van Dam till RVD takes off some time in October. Well, what are they going to do with him then? He may be put with Rey Mysterio as his personal ring announcer. So don't know what how long the O will and Mysterio will go, but see if it lasts longer than Del Rio. Stipulations are being expected to be added to Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and Rob Van Dam taking Alberto Del Rio on in WWE's Battleground pay-per-view. There's talk of Bryan and Orton being in a Iron Man match. That would allow WWE to do another indecisive finish. Both of them were on their feet. They both made it to the end. Well, that would be leading into Hell in a Cell, where they could do a definite winner once and for all. Just sort of stretching and stretching on that. I'm so tired. Anyway, CM Punk, he's scheduled to return to Raw next Monday in Chicago to beat down at Night of Champions. Only got him a week off to rest up and heal, though. And as noted before, old Michelle McCool and Undertaker, they were helping out at the WWE Performance Center down in Orlando last week. One source noted that Michelle looking amazing, better than when she did when she was wrestling for WWE. And possibly one reason she looks better because she's not wrestling for WWE right now. You can get yourself in good shape without being bruised and beaten on the road forever. But a year ago, they were in serious talks about coming back, and the feeling is that this would be a good time to return because it would make it back in time to do some sort of big storyline up to WrestleMania 30. There's also some rumors within WWE about Jim Ross being let go days before it actually happens on September 10th. The day before Ross was let go, someone in WWE's book department called an author to tell them that WWE had chosen him to write JR's autobiography. Normally you don't do that until you either croak or it's all over but the crying. One WWE source said it was kind of weird for WWE to even publicize his retirement, since if you're kind of a casual viewer of the product, you'll never see Ross anyway, and would probably presume, hell, he might have already retired. And it's also noted that WWE's cutting JR loose would never have happened even a few years ago back, and that proves that Vince McMahon doesn't care a thing about TNA at all. They wouldn't have wanted him to go over to there, but hey, probably wouldn't have done it anyway. I don't know, you never know. Dollar's a dollar. Now, regarding JR's job within the talent relationships down at NXT, there's speculation William Regal's going to be the guy to take over the duties. And the original plans for Kofi Kingston taking on Axel for the IC title was to do the match on Raw, but this past Monday, but they instead did it for Night of Champions. Oh, filler, let's say. Mark Henry should be returning to WWE TV anytime soon, possibly Monday from Chicago. And regarding WWE's NXT live events outside of Florida, if they were going to do some live shows, feeling is it probably won't happen until after the target date for attempting to do it would be after WrestleMania 30, because they'll have the millions of pay-per-views money that they could use for doing that. That's expensive. No, I don't know. I don't know why they would wait after that. Just too much on their mind, too much on the plate. Regarding a recent dance on SmackDown, JBL mentioned about Rajah Singh falling into a fire. Well, apparently it's a true story. Months back, he had taken some time off the road because he did fall into a fire. There's a lot of talk about how good Renee Young is in her role with the company, specifically after the Total Divas reunion show. WWE officials were not happy with videos leaked from a NXT presentation skills class this past week, showing some of the talent working with their promos. And it was noted that most of the leaks happened on Monday or Tuesday, which are travel days. Gerald Briscoe noted in a recent interview that WWE had been trying to recruit wrestling, let's say, rookies from the Olympics. Hopefully Sonny Hinsa and Terrell Fortune. Hinsa is apparently targeting the 2016 Olympics, and talk going around WWE that he's already been brought up to Florida for a tryout. The Olympics and WWE wrestling, man, you might as well say it's just day and night. Jack Swagger, he wasn't on last week's TV shows because they were up in Canada. Well, if you remember, he can't enter the country of Canada because of his recent marijuana conviction. I don't know if there was just a certain length of time on that and it's gone, maybe a year or two or three, or maybe forever. WWE covered it up on TV by saying Swagger was real American and refused to go to Canada. And as noted too, WWE recently hired Sean Spears to do a developmental contract. Although Spears was with the company for years, he got his new deal based on a good showing at WWE recent tryout. Alright, September 13th, live event, Lansing, Michigan, did about 3,500 fans. September 14th, Saginaw, looks like 3,000. September 14th in London, Ontario, Canada, drew by 3,000. You know, I got to thinking about this. You got Raw and TNA. Raw does maybe 4.0 on the ratings. They do, let's say, 1.0. Well, they have 4 times the, the viewership. When TNA goes and they have a poor showing of attendance at their shows, and WWE has, let's say, 3,000-4,000 fans, and only 1,000 at the most may show up at a TNA, percentage-wise, that's the way it should be. That's how many of their viewers are different, a quarter, and a quarter of the attendance. That's normal. I never really thought of it. Now that I thought of it, I'm amazed I came up with it's 1/4. Hey, Kevin Nash, never good at math. Kevin Nash said at a recent Comic-Con in Montreal that he and Scott Hall will go into the Hall of Fame together, and he also noted that that direction was discussed with him by WWE. And Dr. Michael Christenbaum, name he was used for Paul Heyman's doctor on Raw a few weeks back, was an inside joke, as one of the new creative writers' name is Mike Kirschenbaum. Inside joke. And tonight's Impact Wrestling featuring AJ Styles coming face-to-face with Dixie Carter, Monique versus Jeff Hardy, ODB versus Mickie James for a knockout title, and more, it says. September 12th, Impact taping in St. Louis drew about 2,000 people. Well, sometimes WWE has 8,000 at their shows. In an arena of about 1,300 paid. And a lot of comps. The September 13th show, Joplin, Missouri, 800 fans. No word yet on Kurt Angle being returning to TNA TV, but it should be soon, since he's probably wrestling in Bound for Glory pay-per-view and will be inducted into TNA's Hall of Fame. WWE's Intercontinental Champion Axel spoke recently with SJ-R.com. I'm not sure what that is. Talk about his relationship with Paul Heyman. He said he's my #1 mentor right now, other than my grandpa, who talk to me every once in a while. But I travel with Paul, and he's more than a friend. WWE Hall of Famer Gerald Briscoe's having surgery on his right hand today, which is his 67th birthday. John Cena tweeted about his time off. Most WWE Universe superstars keep asking me if I'm enjoying my time off. Therapy 2 times a day, plus strength even stronger. He never answered that question, so he probably does. He likes tweets anyway. Just as long as you get something to him, he's going to tell you he's all right, I guess. Hey, I'm on Twitter. Did you know that? I'm on Twitter and Facebook, on YouTube, and one other thing too. Forgot what it is. Oh, I'm on Google Plus. And well, hell, I'm right here too. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.